Work hard, play hard is Samsung's new slogan for the Tab S7 lineup. They even call the Tab S7 your new secret productivity partner. We pretty much know that Samsung pulled it off this year and created arguably the best Android tablet on the market. Sorry competition, it's simply the case. So spoiler alert, and buckle up buttercup and enjoy our latest in-depth review of the Tab S7, which includes a tour of Wireless Dex and much more.
Shit, move on. Throw your hands up, move on. It's all good. Today is your day. Time is filled with swift transition. Put yourself in good position if you want.
In case you wonder, the Tab S7 comes with a pen included, USB-C, charging brick, SD card, removal tool, and of course some documentation. We have a full unboxing video out there. And here's a configuration and price for the device, and this is the top version we can get in our country for the Tab S7. And apparently there are some 8GB of RAM versions available in some other countries, but this is not the case here. When you hold the Tab S7 for the first time, it feels kind of boxy. You can feel it is a solid design. It has pretty much everything you know already. It has a removable SD card slot which is expandable up to 1TB. It has the volume rocker on the side as well as the power on and off button. And the power on and off button here also functions as the fingerprint sensor.
And I'm not gonna lie, I could probably fly.
When you turn it around, you have the AKG speakers on one side, and then you turn it again, you have your keyboard connector. And the keyboard is an additional option that will cost you around $170. Then you have your USB-C charger, USB-C slot here that also takes OTG. That means you can plug in an external hard drive if you desire to do so. The corresponding S Pen that is included in the box goes on the back of your Tab S7. And just to clarify, you can put your S Pen on top of the Tab S7 and on the bottom. It will stick there on both sides magnetically. You cannot put it on the side, it will not stick there, it will fall down. However, one important thing you need to know is that the S Pen will only charge when you put it on the back of the Tab S7. We also had many questions with regards to the new S Pen, and I can confirm here that the S Pen will charge on the Tab S6. For example, if you just want to get the new S Pen for that, it is possible. I have to say the Tab S7 feels really high-end, like a high-end Samsung tablet design. It does have the full metal build, and it is complemented very nicely by the brushed metal sides, and the mystic black color really complements the whole design altogether. Just to conclude this section now, in terms of size, the 11-inch display dominates the front with slimmer bezels. Really, you can see that. And Samsung has changed the front camera's location, and here is really a size difference between the Tab S7 Plus and the Tab S7. This video is all about the Tab S7, but I just wanted to give you guys some sort of reference point here. And I wanted to go straight into one of the new killer features of the device, and that is Wireless Dex. And we know Dex enables users to extend their device into some sort of desktop-like experience. You can connect the keyboard, mouse, and the monitor. And now you can connect the monitor wireless, and here is how it works. You swipe down from your quick menu as you would usually access Dex, and you see the icon here, and when you press it just once, it will go on your normal Dex mode on your Tab S7, so you need to hold it like for a couple of split seconds longer. You will then see a list of devices you can connect your Tab S7 Wireless Dex to, and we have chosen our telly here. And you basically just press that device you want to connect to, and then off you go. Once you have connected the Tab S7 to the display of your choice, you can basically go two ways about it. You can use your Tab S7 as a touchpad or a keypad as a wireless remote control if you like. Or simply attach a keyboard and or a mouse, and then you can basically have that full desktop experience wirelessly, and it works brilliantly. We had no issues. I think this is really a new killer feature that you should be aware of.
I saw her under moonlight. a flower in her hair.
The functionality of the S Pen and the Air commands really makes the Tab S7 a joy to work with. We have commands such as screen write and then draw. We also have go back, return, go to recents. And one of my favorites is selecting a portion of your screen and pinning it to the screen so you can work against it. On top of that, we now have Samsung Notes functionality. We open Samsung Notes, imported a PDF, and on that PDF you can write, you can edit, you can sign, anything you would like to do on that PDF. And here's the exciting bit, we exported then to Microsoft applications, including Word and PowerPoint. It worked seamlessly. The Air commands become super intuitive the more that you use them, and writing on the S7 is a dream. My only comment would be that a slightly more amount of pressure is needed on the Tab S7 than the Tab S7 Plus, so that writing requires just a little bit more pressure.
So what about that LCD screen on the Tab S7? I feel like there is a big divide out there. A lot of people like that LCD screen, a lot of people don't. So we'll see in depth what it really looks like. And you can see here some configuration of the LCD screen. With 500 nits, it gets really bright, and I can confirm this. So we have the 120 Hz enabled for our test UFO test. Here it is a popular display motion test, and the only time I can get 120 Hz to work on that screen according to my test is at the very beginning. It will then go back to 60 Hz. So I don't know what is going on, but we'll see what the display quality is like right now with 8K footage.
I overlook you, the view is something beautiful. You stand there staring at the sea.
And as always, we are trying to come up with some different angles and motions for you guys to really feel what it looks like when you have the Tab S7 in front of you, or in fact any tablet we are testing. So next one up is 4K footage. However, we have chosen some more colorful footage here for you guys to see and really get an idea and feel what it looks like when you display, well, some more colorful footage on the Tab S7. So look, realistically, unless you had an OLED screen or a display, you will not know the difference between that LCD screen and an OLED screen. You have to have one in order to see the difference. And we have many videos out there that compare both technologies, so go and check that out. The best way, however, to explain it is though, if your neighbor in an airplane, let's say you're traveling somewhere, that person is watching a movie on an LCD screen and you move sideways, you probably will not see what that person is watching. And that is because of that LCD technology. It's getting darker in the corners and milkier. However, if that person would have an OLED screen and watch something on there, no matter what angle you are, unless you're behind it, of course, you will see what that person is watching, and that is one of the major differences. Look, all of this aside, it is a beautiful screen. You can see this here, and if you're one of these people who are afraid of OLED burn-ins, you certainly won't get this here. Personally, I find the new placement of the camera for the Tab S7 way more appealing than before, especially in the new times when you have to work from home, or maybe you're on the go and then you have to do a quick video conference call. So that is really good. And the configurations are pretty much the same than last year, but let's have a look and hear and feel what the new camera placement does to the whole experience.
This is the picture and sound quality of the Tab S7. Camera and microphone test for the Tab S7.
Summer, loving.
And of course we have AKG and Dolby Atmos quad speakers included in the Tab S7, so let's have a listen.
So impressed like it's prom night. And when you live in top shelf, you know you gotta set the bar high. Had the same dreams since we was kids. Big trips, big cars, and even bigger cribs. Never thought that it would happen just the way it did. Fast forward that now, it's just the way we live. Let's good food and drinks. My mood makes you think that this life's made for a king.
So look, the Tab S7 and the Tab S7 Plus have the same processor built in, the Snapdragon 865 Plus, and you can see that in the Geekbench 5 results here. They are higher, they're certainly higher than what we've seen in any Samsung tablet before. And in order to give you some sort of idea that you're not missing out by buying the Tab S7 in terms of performance, I'm going to include the Tab S7 Plus Geekbench results here, and they are pretty much spot on, very similar. The only difference here is the RAM availability or the RAM for both devices. You have 6 GB for the Tab S7 and 8 GB for the Tab S7 Plus. Okay, one of my favorite tests is the Base Mark III. It is a comprehensive web browser performance benchmark that tests really how well your mobile or desktop system can use any web-based applications. You can see the score here, it is around 450 and it is very similar to the Tab S7 Plus. I'm gonna list it here below. And I'm sorry that I keep bringing up the Tab S7 Plus, but I want you guys to put it into perspective and to see that you don't really miss out when you buy the Tab S7.
I wanna dream with you the things that we can ever do and go and try them anyway.
For our gaming test, we have Asphalt 9 and our universal Fortnite test coming up. Asphalt 9, you can see no issues here, very fluid, no problems, beautiful graphics, it looks absolutely amazing. For Fortnite, however, we only have 30 FPS available. There is no other options currently, and I don't know what's going on. This is downloaded from Epic Games, not from the Play Store. It shouldn't make a difference. We had something similar last year with the Tab S6 when we got it first, and then Fortnite did an update a couple of weeks later, then it was 60 FPS available. So we will have to see if that comes along, but currently it is only 30 FPS, which kind of makes me wonder what's going on, but it is what it is as of right now. Playing with it, however, was no problems. There was no stuttering, 30 FPS, and here we go. The world is full of surprises. For our battery test, we have two sections here. We have one test for 120 Hz enabled and one test for 60 Hz enabled also. And we've seen your comments suggesting that the battery life is poor because we have 120 Hz. Valid suggestion, and we tried 60 Hz. And you know what? It is actually worse with 60 Hz than with 120 Hz. And just to clarify, we watched Netflix on full brightness, the same movies over and over again until the device died. Once with 120 Hz refresh rate enabled, the other time with 60 Hz refresh rate enabled. Which brings me to charging of your Tab S7, and 45 watt is available, it is supported. However, you will have to invest in a fast charger. The one that is included in the box only supports 15 watts. So who's this device for? Well, there are 3 things to consider in my point of view here. Number 1 is price, 2 is LCD screen, and number 3 is the size. So if none of this matters to you, well, apart from the price, then this device is certainly for you. It's got the latest, greatest technology in here. Everything we've thrown at it, it worked perfectly fine. We had no hiccups. And if you're not a screen junkie, then this is also perfect for you. And if size doesn't matter in terms of screen size, and you're happier with that smaller form factor, then the Tab S7 is also for you. So let us know in the comments below, will you get a Tab S7 or will you get a Tab S7 Plus? Jens here, and Tony, of course, from AllStarSpace. See you next time. Thank you for watching. Peace out.
Dream shit, move on. Throw your hands up, move on. It's all good. Today is your day. Time is filled with swift transition. Put yourself in good position if you want. Things can go your way.